Hello, everybody. Welcome to another session of Coffee with Claire. What I'm going to discuss this morning, well, it's morning here in South Africa where I am, I asked you a question in the group about why do you think companies need website content and blog posts, and a lot of you gave some very good answers. I'm just going to go through them with you and just expand on them. Sorry about that. Now, as a freelance writer, your business is about content. You have to understand it, and this is where most freelance writers go wrong. They don't understand the value that they provide. And guys, freelance writers are so in demand, but for the right people, you've got to be good at what you do, and you've got to understand content to get higher paying jobs and clients. So it's difficult because you are a writer, but to be a writer, to be a good writer, you have to understand marketing. You have to understand search engines. You have to be a bit of a graphic designer as well. So you've got all these hats that you need to put on, but that is what will make you excellent, and that is what will separate you from everybody else. So let's just go through the answers that I got. Tariq said for better rankings on search engines. Now, why search engines? Is because and this is stuff that your clients are not always going to understand, but you have to understand it because you are the expert and you are providing a service. You've got with your content for your clients, because this will impact whether they understand the reason for content or not. It will impact your business, it will impact your reputation, and whether your content is going to work on their websites or not. So that is the whole hype around why you need to specialize, is because you need to understand the target audience. You need to understand your target audience as a writer, and you need to, so your clients, but you also need to understand their target audience. And you need to, I'm not talking about knowing names and the sex of the people and the ages and where they stay. No, that is basic stuff. I'm talking that you need to understand them from the point of view that you've got to know what makes them tick. You've got to understand what drives them, what motivates them, their pain points. That is the thing that you've got to understand, because when you write your content, it needs to attract the right traffic to your clients' websites. You can't just, you don't want to attract just anybody, because what is the point? If they are not going to buy from your clients, then it's of no value. So you need to attract the right people. And now get out your pens and jot down notes, because I'm going to run through this fairly fast. Find out about keyword intent, search intent. So go and do Google searches on search intent and Google intent, because that will show you when people are entering search phrases into search engines, they've got different intentions. Go and find out about sales funnels, because the two work together. Now, guys, I know that this can be pretty complex, but find out sales funnels and keyword search intent. They work together, because you know that when you do a search, you will, you've got a different intention. There are times when you've already done your research. Say, no, you want to buy some tackies, sneakers, they're called in overseas in America. Now, you will first go and do your research about which ones are the best brand, which ones are best for your type of feet, which are best for either you're a runner or you enjoy hiking, or you know, you like to go shopping, and so you need to find the best sneakers or tackies for you. So you are going to first research that, but you are not ready to buy when you're doing that search. You are nowhere ready to buy. You are first finding out about which types of sneakers are the best for you. Then there will be, then when you understand what kind of sneakers are best for you, then you will go into a different part of the sales funnel, and that will be, sorry, I'm giggling because my dog gets jealous. So I'm sitting here with these things and throwing them at him every time he gets a little bit rambunctious to shut him up. So if you hear funny noises, it's him being jealous. Okay, so back to what we were saying. So then you'll get to a point when you start searching for, you will say something like, buy blah, blah brand sneakers. Now that is when the customer is ready to buy. So the content has to meet different levels of needs according to the sales funnels. So go and check up. You want to find out about search intent, keyword search intent, how search engines work, and the sales funnel, the online sales funnel. And just a point here is the reason why you want to eventually move away from sites like Upwork, People Per Hour, Guru. I'm not saying that all clients are like this, but just another one of them. But certainly on these sites, most of the people that are looking for writers, they understand that they need content on their websites, but they don't understand the true value of content, so they don't want to pay. Now, real value-add content is an investment. It's a long-term investment. The content works for that website even for years. You can do different things with the content. So you don't just have a blog post, but you can do all sorts of things with that blog post. And as a writer, you need to understand this, because then you will understand how much value you provide. And the people on Upwork and those kinds of sites generally don't understand the value of content. So they just know that they've got to have content on their site, but they don't understand all the intricacies of it. And you as a freelance writer, most of you will not understand it either. And that is where you are going wrong. You need to understand all of these things, because content is your business. You need to know the trends of content. You need to familiarize yourself with everything happening in the world of content and online marketing, because that is your business. Okay, let's go on to the next point. Melissa said that content is to show the company's expertise and to build trust. Those are excellent points. The content that you write for your clients has to be helpful. It has to be valuable. And there again, you have to understand the target audience, because that is the only time that you can provide really valuable content, is when you understand their pain points and when you know how to give them a solution to their problems. Like I'm doing now with you. You are my target audience as a freelance writer. I understand the problems that you have. I understand the biggest problems that you have. The biggest pain point that you have is finding clients and finding higher paying clients. Now, if I didn't understand that about you, I wouldn't be able to get your attention. You would come into the group, you would look around, you'd see, oh no, nobody knows anything here, and off you'd go. But because I understand you, and because I understand what your greatest problems are, and your greatest delights and your greatest joys, because I've been in your position, I can provide value to you. So when you write content for clients, make it really helpful and valuable to their target audience. You've got to ask yourself for each blog post, how does this add value to your clients. Okay, then the next one is Rachel said earned search engine optimization. Absolutely, we've covered that briefly in the first point. Farman said for conversion to sale, yes, find out about, I've already said, find out about sales funnels and where blog posts and web content fit into that sales funnel. So generally speaking, web content provides, it's informative, it's information based. Web content is the actual pages that are on the website. In terms of what I mean by pages is it's the home page, it's the about page, it's the contact us page, and maybe services page. Sorry, it's those. It's the pages on the website. Now that provides information about what the company does and that kind of thing, and then blog posts provide value and solutions to their target audience's greatest concerns. So both web content and blog posts fit right in at the top of the sales funnel. Remember this when you go and do your searches, so that you will know that right at the top, just when somebody is becoming aware of your client and what they do and the services or the products that they provide, that is where blog posts and web content fit into the sales funnel. They've just become aware. But now those blog posts need to catch them so that they will convert into sales. So every blog post should have a call to action. Now, as a writer, I believe this is also your problem, because the better your content acts and behaves, the more results it gives your clients, the more they'll want to use you. So they are probably not going to know things like call to actions, but every blog post has to get the reader to do something, and that is a CTA, that is a call to action. And you as a writer need to go and find out about that. What is a call to action? Because you can add that to your client's copy. You need to take responsibility. You are the advisor. This is also where freelance writers go wrong, is they wait for the client to tell them what to do. But that is the wrong mindset. You have to take authority because you are the expert. So you need to tell them that they need a call to action, but you need to understand what that means and help them with it so that the content can perform better, so that you will keep getting their business. So go and find out about that. Okay, then Nikhil says to market themselves as industry experts, build trust, and to create a brand outreach. Now, how do they do that? Because that is true, absolutely. So how do they do that? This is where a lot of small businesses go wrong, for instance, is they think they know that they need to have content on their, they start blogging, and they don't know, when people don't know what topics to write about, it's because they don't understand their target audience well enough. So they'll start blogging about their services and their products, but nobody cares. Nobody wants to know about what they do. No, if somebody comes to your client's websites and reads a blog post, there is so much competition out there. Now, why should they read your blog post that you've written on your client's website? If that blog post doesn't catch their attention, they are gone. The stats show that that websites, generally people who come even for long blog posts of about 3,000 words, people are jumping in. They stay around for, seriously, it's like 2 minutes and then they are gone. Now, if you can't even grab their attention for 2 minutes with your blog post, it's going to affect their search engine ranking. Go and find out, again, how search engines work. If the bounce rate of your client is high, and that is where you come in, because if your content can't grab their readers enough, then their bounce rate is going to be high. and that reflects on their search engine rankings. So go and understand that as well. That is why you have to have good content, value add content that they can't find anywhere else. Then, and I think this is the last one, Kushal says, I feel blog posts is an advertisement for the company's products and services. It is, but in a very roundabout way. Online marketing is all about value. It is not about products and services, and that is the old way of doing things. There's so much competition now that online marketing is now become about value. So everything that you do, you need to ask yourself, does this add value to my client or doesn't it? And how much value does it add? So guys, that's it. Yeah, this was a long one, but I hope it provided value. I'd love to know if it did. Have a wonderful day. I always get that wrong. Coffee mug, that side. Great. Bye.